Good afternoon guys and welcome back to the channel. Chris Dennis here, putting specialist and short game performance coach. Today I'm back on the putting green and I want to go through something. It seems to be a common pattern this week that they start to the missing putts for the same reason. And when I get people to tell me why they've missed a putt, I often hear all sorts. I've pulled that, pushed that one, lifted my head up, all sorts of different reasons. What I want to start to do is break it down to one simple thing. So if we can give ourselves the correct feedback, we can then decide why we've missed a putt and we can correct that hopefully on the next green. So this is what I've seen a lot this week. So I've got a putt here on a right to left slope, and what I've seen is a lot of putts just like this. So putts that miss low. So again, it's a common thing that I see from amateurs. As people always say, you've missed on the amateur side as opposed to missing on the pro side, which is high. So obviously we don't want to miss on either side. If I miss the putt on the high side, that ball is working towards the hole and going to finish here or just behind the hole. If I underread that putt, the ball's already breaking and it's moving away from the hole. So you see there, I've left myself probably four feet, which is a putt that I should hold, but it's one of those putts we don't want for a par or a bogey. It's from that putt I've just hit is people saying, oh, I've just overhit it. Well, to get that ball to go in on that line, I would have had to hit it 30 feet past for it to stay high enough. I've simply misread that, and then as a result, because the slope is working this way, it's ran past. So a lot of people like to visualise the putts. They like to visualise a curve, that ball's working through here and then into the hole. So what I see is a lot of people visualise that that is the apex or the highest point of where it's going to break. If I put that in there now, you can see that that ball is going to break and it's going to roll over that little mat and it should go into the hole. But if I aim my ball at the apex or at the highest point of that putt, the putt is still breaking as we hit it. So it's going to start to break here, and if we've aimed it straight at that point, it's already going to be breaking and missing that. For us to hit that point, for us to hit the apex or see that visualising in, we're going to have to take a much higher read. And what I've seen a lot of times this week is it's double. So I've got to start it nearly double to make it fall through that point. So you're visualising the putts well. So people are visualising it well and they can see where it's going to break. But if it's going to break through that point, we're obviously going to have to aim that ball higher. So if I aim that now, around about 2.5 feet outside, so I've lined that up to the tee there now, so I'm not aiming at where I see the apex, I've doubled that, and I'm now going to aim 2.5 feet outside the right. So that's just caught the left side of that, and the reason why it's caught the left side is, as you can see, it's short. So it didn't have the pace to continue and turn, but you can see I've started that ball exactly where I wanted it. I've started it on line, the ball's rolled well, it's rolled end over end, and the reason why I've missed that putt, as you all know now, because it was short. So guys, hopefully you can see this, but we've got a blue chalk line here showing where the ball is aiming, and it's going straight to this tee. We're going to start the ball on this blue line, and as it comes down here, starts to break, it'll be breaking through that bit where you visualise it and hopefully fall into the hole. So for those guys who visualise the putt, a lot of the times I see them aim here because that's where the top of the apex is, but you can see now from here I've doubled that and I've now got my read. So that ball can now fall through the gate. So we can see there that's going to foot pass. You can see sometimes when it does hit the mat it can jump and shoot it left. So if you want to do something similar, set up a tee gate, so tees either side, and we can take that mat out there. So what I want you to do is really think about when you miss a putt, how you can break it down into why you've missed. Is it the read? Is it the pace? Was the line not rolling end over end? But what I see time and time again this week is people under reading, and what I've seen then is people try and hit the ball even harder. They've misread it already, the ball misses on the low side and leaves them maybe a 4, 5, 6 foot putt coming back. So they will then break that down to, oh well, the pace is out and the read. It's not. Subconsciously you will try and hit that ball harder because you know that it has more break. So think about how much break you've got, visualise that putt, and then if we come into the second third where we've got that ball falling, we double that, and that's where we're going to line our ball. If you're somebody who visualises your putts, this should really help you out and start to get you reading it higher, allowing for that break. So as for now guys, I'll see you Friday when we're talking some short game.